There comes a moment in life that no parent truly prepares for. After years of raising your children, guiding them, loving them, protecting them, you suddenly notice a subtle shift. The child who once clung to your every word now questions your advice. The one who once ran to you for answers now brushes off your opinions. And perhaps most painfully, you begin to feel invisible. If you've ever felt dismissed, talked down to, or treated like a burden by your own children, know this: you are not alone. Many parents feel this heartbreak as they grow older. It's confusing, frustrating, and yes, sometimes deeply hurtful. Your first instinct may be to remind them of all you've done, to fight for your place, or worse, to pull away entirely. But fighting disrespect with anger rarely brings peace. Instead, today on the Silver Library, I want to share 6 quiet but powerful shifts you can make. Simple actions that will help you restore your dignity, your confidence, and ultimately, their respect. Some of these steps may surprise you, but if you stay with me to the end, I promise you'll leave with a renewed sense of power and peace. Let's begin. Point 1. Stop over-accommodating. First mistake many parents make, especially as they get older, is bending over backward to keep their children happy. You cancel your plans, bite your tongue, and put your own needs last, hoping they'll appreciate your sacrifices. But let me share a truth that's difficult but freeing. The more you sacrifice your happiness to please them, the less they will respect you. Respect doesn't come from self-sacrifice. It comes from self-respect. Once knew a woman named Clara. In her younger days, she was lively and outspoken. But as she aged, she started giving in to every request from her adult children, babysitting last minute, staying silent when they criticized her, rearranging her entire life to fit their schedules. She thought she was keeping the peace, but what she was really doing was erasing herself. Your children will respect you more when they see you value your own life. Say no when you need to. Speak honestly, even when it's uncomfortable. You don't need to argue. You just need to stand firm. And when you do, you'll notice something. They'll stop taking you for granted and start taking you seriously. 2. Speak calmly. Walk quietly, lead boldly when disrespect comes your way. Your first instinct may be to raise your voice or explain yourself louder. But have you ever seen anyone argue their way to respect? It rarely works. True respect is earned by presence, not persuasion. Think of a lighthouse. It doesn't chase the ships. It stands strong and lets its light be seen. I once knew a man named Walter, a retired engineer. He had spent his life making critical decisions, yet his children often mocked his advice. Instead of arguing, Walter changed his approach. He listened more. He spoke less. But when he did speak, his words carried weight. He didn't beg for their attention. He carried himself as someone worthy of it. And slowly, the dynamic changed. They began seeking his wisdom instead of dismissing it. Remember this. You don't need to win arguments. You need to win their quiet admiration. Carry yourself with calm strength, and their respect will follow. 3. Reclaim your emotional independence. Perhaps the hardest truth for a parent is this: your happiness cannot be tied to your children's approval. Yes, you love them. Yes, you hope they'll love and appreciate you. But you cannot depend on them to fill your emotional cup. When your joy, your peace, and your self-worth come from within, they will sense it. And instead of feeling pressure to make you happy, they will be drawn to your independence. Take up hobbies. Reconnect with old friends. Travel. Learn. Laugh. When they see you living a full life with or without their attention, they'll be more inclined to include you in theirs. Emotional independence isn't about closing your heart. It's about opening your life. Point 4. Set boundaries, not walls. Let's be clear. Boundaries are not punishments. They are protections. If your children speak to you disrespectfully, criticize your choices, or dismiss your time as unimportant, and you allow it without consequence, you are teaching them how to treat you. Boundaries sound like this: I won't continue this conversation if it turns disrespectful. I'm happy to help when I'm available, but I won't cancel my plans. A man I once counseled, named Edward, finally told his children, "I love our time together, but if it comes with insults, I'll spend my time elsewhere." And slowly they adjusted. Children, even grown ones, will test your limits, but when you enforce those limits with calm consistency, they begin to respect them. And you. 5. Give wisely, not endlessly. Parents are givers by nature, but giving without appreciation creates entitlement, not gratitude. How often do we give our time, our resources, our energy, and instead of thanks, we receive demands for more? It's painful. But here's the truth. The more you give without boundaries, the more it becomes expected, not appreciated. Shift your mindset. Give from love, not obligation. And only when it feels right for you. A mother named Joan once told me, when I stopped solving every little problem for my kids, they finally learned to solve some on their own and thanked me for it. Generosity is beautiful, but it holds more value when it's given from strength, not from fear of losing connection. 6. Focus on being, not pleasing at the heart of it all. Your role as a parent is not to entertain, fix, or constantly please your children. Your role is to be yourself fully, authentically, and unapologetically. Your children may not always agree with your choices. They may not always see things your way. But what they will remember, what they will respect is that you stayed true to who you are. Live your life with joy. Speak your truth kindly but firmly. Show up with integrity. And most of all, never shrink yourself to fit someone else's expectations, even your children's. When you lead with quiet confidence, you teach them what a life well lived truly looks like. I know this journey isn't easy. When the people you love most in the world seem distant or dismissive, it can feel like your heart is breaking. But remember, respect is not something you demand. It's something you quietly command by how you live, how you love, and how you lead your own life. If you found this message meaningful today, please comment below with the word wisdom, so I know you're part of the Silver Library family. And if you haven't yet, consider subscribing and turning on the bell so we can continue growing together, learning together, and supporting one another through the golden years of life. Thank you for spending this time with me today. Until next time, keep living wisely, loving deeply, and standing tall. Is the Silver Library.